Welcome, reality designers. I am here at the Midwest Hypnosis Conference with Miss Hena Husain of Balance for Life. Welcome, darling.
Thank you. Thank you, Denny.
So tell us about what is Balance for Life.
Balance for Life was something that came to me uh, when I had not even started my business more than 20 years ago. And I was thinking of starting my hypnosis business. What name? What name? And it came to me, I think, from Divine, that life is all about creating balance. So, and then I said, okay, so I named my business Balance for Life.
Yeah.
And everything I do is to help create balance in my client's life and work home balance, creating the balance within ourselves, which is the number one key, how to find your own balance.
So when somebody's coming to you, what are they looking for with balance?
So when they're coming to me, they're stressed, they're anxious, and they cannot balance work life situation, and they get overwhelmed. So they're always on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go, and not getting anywhere.
So overwhelm is like a very clear indication that something is out of balance.
Yes.
So what is the first step you do with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first step I always do is the first step to change is accept where you are. So I help them, okay, what is going on in this moment in their life to accept where they're at. Once we accept where you're at, then we can, the subconscious says, oh, then I can help you change.
Yeah.
If you're not going to accept me for who I am and where I'm, why am I going to help you?
Acceptance is key
Yeah.
because there are some situations where we just don't want to accept it. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So when I love the stuff you're doing. You have we have our displays here and all that stuff here at the Mid America Hypnosis Conference. Do you incorporate hypnosis in your work?
Yes, I do incorporate hypnosis. I use emotional freedom technique with all my clients. It's the tapping technique. You tap on all the pressure points to release. Everything is about changing the energy in your body. Whether we use hypnosis, energy work, tapping, Reiki, I'm a Reiki master as well. So, whatever modality, it's all about letting go of the layers in your client, in a different way. And there is no right, wrong, good, or bad. Everything, whatever we do as a hypnotist, as a coach, as a transformational, consult or coaching agent, we're all doing change work.
Yes.
And you can use different modalities to do the change work. Even if it's, using oils, we can use sound, we can use oils. It's all about using different modalities to let go another year and transform your clients.
I love that you brought up EFT first. And EFT, many people might not think of EFT as hypnosis, but it is a waking state
Yeah.
hypnosis. And many don't realize that, but it is a powerful tool to use. And so, with people coming to you, what kind of issues have you addressed?
Um, I've had, you know how you attract the people that you have, the emotions you have gone through, the trauma you have gone through. So I was, I'm going to say it on camera, sexually abused as a child. And so I attract a lot of women who were abused or are in abusive relationship. I have two books. In fact, I've written four books, but two of my books are on relationship. One is on my journey, how I had so much intense fear, because deep down, no matter what your client is coming for, deep down they have a fear. And it's ultimately fear of death, fear of losing, fear of being abandoned, fear of loss, fear of not good enough, fear of abuse. So deep down, it's all about what fear are we living with. And my intense fear was so much that I couldn't even go. I couldn't sleep alone at night.
Mm.
And I had this in the back of my mind. If I go to sleep, something bad's gonna happen.
Right.
So
You're in
that
constant survival
yeah,
mode.
I was in constant, and it
Yeah.
stopped me from living my life. Till thank God I got into the hypnosis field, and got over all my fears layer after layer, did a lot of self work. And now I can travel anywhere, sleep anywhere without that intense fear and anxiety coming over me. So I'm a very high women advocate that I help women empower themselves, get out of from victim mentality to victorious,
Victim mentality to
or from
victorious.
fear to freedom,
Love it.
which is the name of my book as well. From fear to freedom.
Fear to freedom.
It's
Excellent.
on Amazon. You can look it up.
Excellent. Definitely check out the book. And our experience is once we heal through that, we become the healer.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, darling, is there anything else you want to share about balance?
Breath work, number one go-to tool is when you find out of balance, the first step is to get into your breath. I do a 6 to 8 protocol. Breathe in for 6 and hold for 2 and then exhale slowly for 8.
Love it. That kind of activates the vagus nerve.
Yes.
And calms the body.
Calms the body.
So breath work.
So you can do the work to get into present. Breath work really gets you to the present moment. Instead of worrying about the past or worrying about the future, get into the moment and then you can do your best work.
I love it. Sometimes I have a tendency to not be grounded. So what can someone do to really ground themselves?
2 easy steps to ground yourself is number one, go outdoors. Okay? Being outdoors and breathing fresh air, being around trees, or go hug a tree, touch a tree, walk barefoot on the sand if you have the facility, or on grass.
Grass. We have lots of grass.
Yeah. So first step is just be in nature to ground yourself.
Yeah. And that's really lacking when we're not out in nature. We create an imbalance, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
And we're programmed and conditioned to stay inside. And imagine going outside to balance. Who knew? What's another way that we can balance if we're not able to go outside?
If you're not able to go outside, then another way is copper. This is a copper bracelet. Drink if you can get a copper container. Copper is balancing or grounding metal.
That makes sense. Electricity coppers and use in electricity.
So copper, I have copper utensils. I have copper. My glass fat thermos is copper. So if it stays in copper, it's grounding, and also it gives you the minerals, the electrolytes you need.
We definitely need copper, but not a lot. We only need just a little.
Very little.
Very little to help ground. That's a great idea. I think I'm going to find something with copper.
Yeah, I wear copper for sure. This is my copper bracelet with amethyst.
Yeah, very cool.
So keep yourself grounded, otherwise you're all over the place.
For sure. That's me, because I tend to be spiritual, in the other realms, and it's like, oh, am I even feeling my feet on the floor? Right? And it's got to get grounded.
Yeah.
Because positive and negative, masculine and feminine energy must ground.
Yes, absolutely. Grounding, balancing your chakras as well.
Yeah.
The 7 chakras, they're your energy centers, balancing them, clearing them so that you don't have stuck energy inside of you.
Yes. We can talk a little bit about the difference between the 7 chakra centers, and with human design, we have 9 chakra centers.
Actually, there are 9. I just say 7 because people know 7.
Yeah,
but
people do
9.
Know 7. Yeah, yes. Definitely 9.
Yeah, everybody forgets to incorporate the ear, which is one of them.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, fascinating stuff.
Yeah. Ears are one of your actually like main ones, even though you have all the 7 and then going down below, but ears, and then you have your
I call them Jesus points.
Yes, your Jesus point, and your feet underneath, right underneath your feet.
Feet is so important. I find also putting my feet in hot. I like it hot. Hot magnesium water.
Yes.
Water with magnesium or
Epsom salt.
Yeah. For sure. Jinx.
Yeah.
You want me a Pepsi?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. It's been a pleasure getting to know you
Denny.
Here at the Mid-America Hypnosis
Thank you,
Conference.
everyone.
Yeah, and any parting words for our listeners who are reality designers? So they design their reality, and you talk about balance. How can someone notice, like become aware that moment when they're no longer in alignment?
It's when you get those negative thoughts.
Oh,
It's when that voice comes into your head saying, you can't do that. And so, when you're entertaining that thought, it's the other thing, and it's creating stress and anxiety. So you're automatically out of line
yes,
and out of balance.
yes,
So observe your thoughts. The number one thing is, because thought creates the feeling, that creates the action, that gives you the result in your life. So if you're not happy with the result, the end result, go back to what thought started it.
yeah. And in human design, we call that the not self.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not who you are.
It's not who you are. You're not your body. You're not your mind. You're actually a spiritual being having a human experience.
I love it, because sometimes we get so stuck in this body, we think we are this body.
No.
Yeah.
No,
It's here temporarily.
you're more than this body, and you're more than your mind. And also ask yourself, is it yours or not?
Ah, I love that question. It's
Yeah.
what I'm feeling mine.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we attract other people's energy.
Yes.
We attract other people's emotions. So ask yourself, is this really mine? Like, sometimes I walk into the room and I was fine, and now all of a sudden I'm feeling anxious.
Is what I'm feeling mine?
Yeah.
And the body will let you know right away.
The body never lies.
Yes.
The body talks to you.
Yes.
So talk to the body.
Especially in human design, if you are a single definition, you have that direct access to the body and listening to the body.
Yes.
I know for me, other people's bodies will talk to me and tell me things. And I'll ask a question, are you feeling this? How could you know that? Your body's talking to me. Pay attention to that.
Pay
This
attention.
has been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been my pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, very cool. So, reality designers, I want to hear from you. I want to know what you loved. I love this girl right here. And I want to know what you would love more of. And in the meantime, keep being amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is so awesome to do in 3D. I can touch you.
I know.